I'd like to respond to a couple things Nick and Julian were saying earlier, as well as back up what Izzy was offering up on the table, explaining how it's not practical what they're trying to promote, and that there's disadvantages to it. First off, I want to start off is that to lay some common ground is that Bashar al-Assad, we all agree, he is definitely a monster for what he is doing to his own people, and so is ISIS. No one is disputing that. It is clear that innocent people are dying by the thousands on both sides, and we should concern ourselves not with who kills more, but instead how we can handle these two threats, because they're both bad. They're both killing innocent civilians, okay? And the truth is, if we are to only create more collateral damage, and the truth is, if we are to try to preserve innocent lives, if we are trying to protect innocent Syrian lives, us intervening militarily actually, would do the opposite of that. I mean, we know that in 1991, we accidentally killed a bunch of people in an Iraqi bomb shelter, killed about 408 innocent people. In 2008, we bombed a wedding, killing 100 innocent people. Bombs, war, this happens. Are we asking for this? Do we want that? And I just want to point out the fact that Nick he failed to show any evidence that Assad winning would be disastrous, one, and for the sake of argument, let's say he won. America, as well as neighboring countries, they've already spoken out and said, we need you to step down. Assad, we need you to step down. There's already unilateral pressure on Assad to step down. One, Assad also claims, right, to want to step down if the Syrian people were to ask for it, which they have in the beginning of the crisis. Nobody follows him and thinks he's a good leader for Syria. But regardless, is that he's not winning, he's losing territory, and soldiers are deserting every day. And another thing is that if ISIS were to ever attack us on our own soil, we'd obliterate them. And the president has already made that very clear. Our country is the strongest country in the world, and we've actually recently took precautions. We've arrested about 70 ISIS plotters in the last 18 months, for example. We prevented several disastrous events from occurring, and including some that were refugee-related events. Now, the solution that Julian and Nick are offering are to solve that refugee crisis would in turn create more Syrian refugees due to the fact that we'd be escalating the conflict by fighting on their land. So we have a history of collateral damage, once again, like I said before, and we need to be careful who we're bombing and so on, but there's no way we can prevent bombing innocent civilians. Collateral damage is part of war. So we have to keep that in check. It's like, would we want to ruin the 6.6 million lives even further by bombing them on accident? Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally killed your whole family. My bad. That's a horrible way to go about it. I mean, Chairman, Joint of Staff General Martin Dempsey actually said, that we could destroy a lot of their equipment. We could drive them underground, if you will. But as I said earlier, we will only defeat or destroy them once they are rejected by the population. Now, the DFS was stated before that is not even small in size, but lack any chain of command or formal training. I agree we should support the DFS by training them and giving them resources, but we shouldn't be fighting for them. I mean, that's what inevitably is going to happen if we do. That's what Julian and Nick are saying that we should do. We would be fighting for them, and that's not right, okay? Military intervention from either Russia or the United States would also create more collateral damage and more enemies for the future. I think that's all. Thank you.